everybody, and welcome to the Football Philosophy channel. And it's Monday afternoon, the day after we've beaten Aston Villa 3-1 at Villa Park. A rather typical performance by United of late, where we didn't play quite so well in the first half, or we were pretty poor really for periods of the first half, and played some great stuff in the second half. There's no truer saying than goals change games. There's no need for their player to foul Paul Pogba in the penalty area, so you do need a little bit of luck in football. We'll never know now. I know I always say that. We'll never know what would have happened after that if that didn't happen. We did seem to be getting the upper hand, and I do fancy we might have scored, but there's no guarantees that we might have got back in the game. But for their player fouling Paul Pogba when he was facing away from the goal, and it was absolutely unnecessary, but still, you'll take it. So we got the penalty, and Bruno, as ever, so reliable from the penalty spot. I forgot what the stat was now. They put it up on the screen. I think he scored 21 out of 22 penalties for United. So, and the rest is history, so to speak. So we went on to win 3-1 with Mason Greenwood and Edinson Cavani getting the other two goals. In the table, it's put us on to 70 points, and City are on 80 points. Nice improvement for United, having finished on 66 last season and 66 the season before. And, you know, we've still got 12 to play for, or is it more than that? We've still got to play Liverpool and Leicester this week, and with Wolves and Fulham. Yeah, we've got 4 games to play, so there's 12 to play for. We could feasibly finish on 82 points. Obviously, that means we've got to win every game. City are already on 80 points. I'd like us just to make it as difficult and as uncomfortable for them as possible. They're away to Newcastle on Friday night. Their goal difference is, I think it's 15 or 16 better than ours last time. Also, I think it's 16 better than ours. There's no way in the world we're going to beat them on goal difference. That's not going to... Look, we're not going to catch them anyway. My point is, if we drop 2 points, it's over. Because if we drop 2 points, the maximum we can get to is 82. The maximum we can get to now is 82. The maximum we can get to is 80 if we drop 2 points. So if we drop 2 points, we can only get to the amount of points that City are on now. So it would be over. It would be over if we drop 2 points. It wouldn't mathematically be over. They wouldn't be awarded the title. But all they would need is 1 point. They need 1 point from 3 games. As it stands now, mathematically, they need 3 points, although 2 would do it because of the difference of the goal difference. So I'd just like us to win tomorrow night. I'd like us to win on Thursday. I know it's a tough ask, but then at least that means that on Friday it's not over and done with. City would need to, to put it to bed if we've won those 2 games. City would need to win on Friday night, and I know they can go to Newcastle and win comfortably. I do appreciate that, but they have just recently lost to Leeds, and obviously they lost to Chelsea the other day. Chelsea are the top side recently, but they have lost to Leeds recently. It's not impossible that Newcastle could give them a run for the money, maybe even get a draw. If we can win these 2 games and even Newcastle can get a draw off them, it's still not mathematically done if they get a draw off them, if we've won our 2 games. So how does Ole approach this? Will Ole be even thinking the way I'm thinking? Obviously, I'm a United fan. I want United, to take it as deep as possible, make it go as long as possible. And, I'd be a liar if I was going to say I'm not even hoping that they might slip up dramatically and lose 2 of these next 3 games. They only got 3 games to play. So I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't hoping for that. Obviously, there's barely a glimmer of hope. But while there is still hope, there is still hope. So, if we win these 2 games, big time I'll be hoping for them to drop points on Friday night. Big time. If we don't win these 2 games, forget about it. It's completely done and dusted. But like I say, even if it's not about harbouring hopes of maybe still being in with a chance, even if it's not about that, you still would like to be able to say that whatever it is in the end, we only finish 3 points behind the leaders or 5 points behind. The more points we can gather, obviously they might take the foot off the gas. If we win these 2 games and they win on Friday night, they've won it. They might take the foot off the gas for the last few games. We might feasibly finish 3 points behind them or 2 points behind them. I know we would know right now that, that's only because they took the foot off the gas. But, looking back on that in the future, it'll look like United, weren't so bad and weren't that far behind, and as if it was a genuine title race. Is there any benefit in that? Perhaps not. But still, let's just make it as tight as we can and be as close to them as we can at the end. And like I say, if you win your games, all you can do then is hope that they do slip up, and you never know, you might just come in with a, again, I'm not saying win it, but just come in with a chance, maybe make them need something on the second last game, or even the last game. If they just needed something on the last game, it'd be an achievement by United. So I'd love us to win these 2 games. So if you're going to do that, and I don't know if Ole's even thinking like that now, second place is virtually nailed on. Will Ole might be thinking to himself that on Thursday we've got Liverpool. Liverpool's a bigger game. There's a massive rivalry between United and Liverpool. He might decide that he wants to beat Liverpool, or do his best to beat Liverpool. Liverpool are not guaranteed top 4 yet, and a victory against Liverpool would put a dent in their ambitions. So he could possibly be thinking along those lines, that now that we've played Sunday, we've got the 3 points, which was important. Maybe the 3 points on Tuesday are not quite so important. He could rest a lot of players and, and go back to a full strength lineup, or what he thinks is a full strength lineup on Thursday night. He could think that way round. Personally, I'd like us to take each game as it comes, see who's fit, who thinks he's fresh enough and ready to start, and I would think we would play as near as we could to a full strength lineup on Tuesday night. Try and get those points in the bag, and then on Thursday night, then have another look. Well, Thursday afternoon, have another look and see who's fit and ready to go then on Thursday. I'm going to assume, I'm going to have a guess at what his lineup will be. By having a guess at what his lineup's going to be, you're going to have to guess what his thought process is. Is he going to rest players for this game, or is he going to try and win this game and then worry about Thursday on Wednesday and Thursday, worry about the Thursday game? So I'm going to go with it as though he's thinking like I'm thinking. He wants these 3 points. He wants to make it last as long as possible before City win the title. So he's going to field he can't field every player that played. Some people are going to need a rest, but quite a few will be ready to play. Don't forget, it's only the fact that we've got a game on Thursday that puts it in your mindset that you're not fit to play 2 games in 3 days. I know it doesn't happen a lot, but it's not completely rare. It's not dead uncommon for teams to have to play 2 games in 3 days. So at the moment, look at it as though it's 2 games in 3 days, and then on Wednesday, look at it that we've got another game on Thursday. That's how I'd think about it. So I would go, if it was my choice. We will find out for sure if Henderson is obviously his first choice keeper, which it does look like that. Really speaking, there's no reason to rest a keeper. The keeper can play. It's not the same as playing outfield. I know they've got to concentrate. I know there's mental tiredness to take into account, and I know they've got to be on the toes, and there is some physical effort goes into it. But it's not like playing in midfield or something like that. So I believe a goalkeeper could play a game every day of the week. I might be wrong. I believe a goalkeeper could play a game every day of the week. So if Henderson is his first choice keeper now, and we'll probably find that out in the next couple of days. I believe Henderson, if he's his first choice, should play against both Leicester and against Liverpool if he is the first choice. So I'm going to name Henderson in goal. The back 4 is surely going to want to keep the back 4 as strong as it possibly can be if he's thinking like I'm thinking and we want to win this Leicester game. And he's already without Maguire. If you weaken it any further, Leicester are a good side. We don't know what time. He doesn't know how Leicester are going to approach this, by the way. Leicester have got the FA Cup final on Saturday, but it's still Tuesday night, and Leicester still also want to try and finish in the top 4. I'm going to assume Leicester are going to go strong on Tuesday night. Tomorrow night. This is Monday afternoon as I'm recording this. I think Leicester are going to go strong, but I don't know if he'll know how strong Leicester are going to go beforehand. We've just got to worry about ourselves. So he's going to have to change one. Maguire surely is not going to be fit. He hobbled off yesterday and probably deserves a rest, and obviously we'll be hoping that he's fit for Thursday night. All his comments after the game that it might be weeks, he also said it might be days, so we'll probably find out. We will find out today a little bit more news on Harry Maguire, but I'm pretty confident he will have to miss this Leicester game, maybe the Liverpool game as well, but hopefully he's fit for Thursday. So I'm going with Wan-Bissaka, Bailey, Lindelof and Shaw as the back 4. In midfield, Matic has only played a few minutes of each of the last 2 games. McTominay played on Sunday, but Fred's played a full game both both on Thursday night and on Sunday. Surely Matic will play, apart from the fact that then Fred would be fresh enough to play against Liverpool. So I do think Matic will play. So there's one. Obviously, there's one enforced change, or I think it'll be an enforced change. Harry Maguire. I think McTominay will play, and then I think Matic will play. So that's the second change. Bruno to me looks as though he's fit enough to play every day of the week, just like the goalkeeper should be. And Ole does tend to play him every time that he's fit. I'll be surprised if Bruno doesn't start. So I'm going to name Bruno at 10, and then up top, there's rumours that Martial, well, not rumours, it's been stated that he's back in training, but there's rumours that he was only going to be missing for Roma and Villa, and he could be fit. I don't think that they would throw him in and start him, so I'm not going to include Martial. I'm going to assume Martial will be on the bench. And there's also a mysterious injury to Dan James. I've not managed to find out what it was. They said he was rested against Liverpool, but then he didn't travel to Roma. They said he was injured and he was missing again on Sunday against Villa. So there's no Dan James to choose from. Obviously, Cavani's been scoring a lot of goals recently. But he came off the bench to score yesterday. I think he's going to want to start Cavani against Liverpool, and obviously he's no youngster. So I'm going to guess that Cavani will be on the bench, and again, he might need to bring him on. We might need a goal later on. So I'm going to say just the younger man, and he doesn't have to play the full game. He didn't play the full game yesterday. So I'm going to go with the younger man. I'm going to go with Mason Greenwood starting at number 9. And I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he came off after 60-65 minutes to be replaced by Cavani for half an hour or so. So I'm going to go with Greenwood at number 9. I think Pogba will still play on the left. I really do. He's not playing every game, Pogba, but he does play quite a lot these days. But I do think he'll stick with Pogba. I think Pogba will play wide left. And then wide right, I'm going to throw one out there. Like I say, Dan James isn't fit. Martial might be on the bench. Cavani might be on the bench. Juan Mata would be an option. I've not mentioned Marcus Rashford yet. Obviously, he started on the right against Villa, played most of the game. Or did he play all the game? He played the full game, Marcus Rashford, didn't he? He played the full game. And he's been struggling with injury. He's not been playing great. And I've said this nearly every show for about 5 shows. But now that we've got 3 games in 5 days, surely, and I know I've said surely before, surely this is the time that Marcus is going to get rested. If he wants him to play against Liverpool, he's just played against Villa. Surely this is the time that Marcus is going to get rested. So there's an opportunity there for Juan Mata, where obviously he's played wide on the right numerous times for us. But what I'm going to suggest is against Roma in the first leg, Van der Beek played in a midfield 3 and he played to the left. He's better in the centre. He is better in the centre, but if he can play to the left, he can also play to the right. And I've got a feeling he has played in that role for us once before at least. I think Van der Beek will get a start against Leicester wide on the right. That's what I think he'll do. So to recap, my suggested team for this Leicester City game tomorrow night is Henderson in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Bailey, Lindelof and Shaw. I'm going with McTominay and Matic in the middle of the field. Bruno still to start at number 10. And then a top 3 of Van der Beek, Greenwood and Pogba. If we're desperate for a goal, if we're not winning, I mean, we're even winning and he brought Cavani on yesterday. So Cavani to get 15 or 20 minutes if we don't need a goal, or maybe half an hour to 35 minutes if we do need a goal. And obviously Martial on the bench as well. Hopefully he gets a little bit of game time. So that's me line-up. Desperate for us to win. And on art, I'm not thinking we can win it. Am I harbouring hopes that City drop points on Friday night? Of course I am, if we can win these games. If we can't win these games, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter a jot, really. But I'd love us to win these games just to stretch it to Friday night and then see what happens on Friday night. I will be doing the ratings show. I will get that up probably by tomorrow morning. I hope you've enjoyed that little show. If you've enjoyed it, please tell all your friends. Please subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, don't tell anybody. Keep stum.